We are at the hospital because we are dealing with okay. We are dealing with bladder cancer. And he is having his bladder removed, and they will create a new bladder with one of his intestines. And this option was, I guess, the best because it fully removes the cancer to ensure that it doesn't come back, because it was close to his muscle. So yeah, we are here to fully remove the bladder. Yeah.
Texting the boys. It's their first day of practice today, and I'm excited.
Chris Brown spirals as Karrueche and Deion Sanders secretly marry, and rumors of twins shake the internet. Y'all, the internet is straight up losing its mind right now. Social media is lit up, group chats are on fire, and fans are clutching their phones like they're watching a live soap opera. Why? Because the word in the streets is that Karrueche Tran and NFL legend Deion Sanders have secretly tied the knot, and on top of that, whispers say she's pregnant with twins. Yes, you heard that right. Marriage and twins. Two life-changing announcements rolled into one, and the internet is eating it up. But the real shock isn't just about Karrueche moving forward with Deion. It's about how Chris Brown, her infamous ex, is handling the news. Spoiler alert, he's not handling it well at all. Chris has been bitter for years about losing Karrueche, but this latest chapter has pushed him over the edge into a full-blown meltdown. So let's break this down step by step, because this story is messy, layered, and explosive. The rumors that started it all. A few weeks ago, fans started noticing something different about Karrueche. In recent pictures, people swore they spotted a ring sitting pretty on her left hand. And in Hollywood, you know how it goes. A ring sparks questions, questions spark rumors, and rumors turn into headlines. Before long, whispers started spreading that Karrueche and Deion Sanders weren't just dating quietly, they may have secretly gotten married. Then came the second bombshell. A source close to the couple claimed Karrueche is pregnant, not with one baby, but twins. Yes, twins. That news alone would be enough to make headlines, but combined with the marriage whispers, it was internet chaos. And while fans were piecing things together, pulling receipts, and debating whether it was true, one person wasn't laughing, clapping, or congratulating: Chris Brown. Instead, he was spiraling, throwing shade on social media, and firing off subliminals aimed at both Karrueche and Deion. Why the pregnancy hits harder? Part of the reason this news is hitting so hard is because of what Deion Sanders recently went through. If you remember, Deion opened up publicly about his cancer scare. He had to undergo surgery, and throughout that entire journey, Karrueche was right by his side. She wasn't just a casual girlfriend who dropped in when things looked good. She was in the hospital, she was at appointments, she was breaking down in tears on camera as she described how scary the whole process was.
With somebody, then you tend to fall in love with somebody else. It's kind of difficult. Is it such thing as loving two people? I don't know.
That moment changed how fans saw their relationship. Suddenly, it wasn't just a fling or a late-in-life rebound for Deion. It was real, it was serious, and it bonded them together. For them to now be talking about starting a family, it makes sense. But for Chris Brown, that reality feels like a dagger straight to the heart. Deion Sanders' complicated past. Let's be real, part of why people are side-eyeing this new marriage is because Deion himself has a long, messy history with relationships. He's been married more than once, divorced more than once, and his breakups were anything but peaceful. He divorced his first wife, Carolyn Chambers, after having 3 kids. He later married Pilar Bigger Sanders and had 2 more children, but their divorce turned into a public battlefield with nasty custody fights. Then came his long relationship with producer Tracy Edmonds. They dated for years, got engaged, but after over a decade together, they split in 2023. So when fans first learned that Karrueche was dating him, many thought she was setting herself up for heartbreak. They warned her online, saying, "Girl, be careful, Deion has a history." But Karrueche didn't let the noise stop her. She stood by his side during his health crisis, and now it seems she's fully committed. Chris Brown, the ex who won't let go. Here's where things get extra messy. Chris Brown and Karrueche's relationship is one of the most infamous roller coasters in celebrity history. They first linked up in 2011 when she was working in fashion and he was already one of the biggest artists in the world. They clicked fast, went public quickly, and for a while, it seemed like they had something solid. But the cracks showed early. Within a year, Chris was already back tangled with his ex Rihanna, leaving Karrueche in the middle of one of the most high-profile love triangles in music. He even released a video basically admitting he was in love with both women at the same time. That should have been the end right there, but it wasn't. By 2013, after things fizzled with Rihanna, Chris went running back to Karrueche. She took him back, and they fell into an on-again, off-again cycle that lasted for years. But the breaking point came when Karrueche discovered Chris had fathered a child with another woman behind her back. She found out online, at the same time as the public, and that betrayal finally made her walk away. She even tweeted at the time, "Listen, one can only take so much. The best of luck to Chris and his family. No baby drama for me. Looks like I'm a single lady again." That was her final straw. Chris Brown's obsession. But walking away didn't mean Chris let go. For years, he continued to stalk, harass, and obsess over Karrueche. He showed up at her house uninvited. He blew up her phone with messages. He posted subliminals online whenever she dated someone new. It got so bad that by 2017, Karrueche had to take him to court. She requested and was granted a restraining order, telling the judge that Chris had threatened to kill her, punched her in the stomach, and pushed her down the stairs. Court documents revealed a pattern of violence and harassment that shocked even fans who had followed their messy story for years. The restraining order lasted 5 years, but the moment it expired, Chris was back at it again, liking her pictures, dropping comments, shading her boyfriends in songs, and acting like he never moved on. The Quavo feud and more subliminals. When Karrueche briefly dated Quavo from Migos, Chris couldn't handle it. He dropped lyrics shading both Quavo and Karrueche, and Quavo clapped back with his own diss track, calling Chris out for his violent history and even labeling him a cokehead. The feud got ugly, and once again, Karrueche was in the middle of the drama without even asking for it. Even in Chris's music, his obsession with her shows. He released a track called Residuals with lyrics clearly about her, and fans noticed that whenever he performed it live, he wore a red bandana, a nod to the time Karrueche blindfolded him with one at his welcome home party after jail. It's like he's stuck in the past, unable to move forward. Now, she's really moved on. And that's what makes the Deion Sanders news sting so much for him. For years, Chris probably told himself that no matter what happened, Karrueche wasn't really gone, that one day she'd circle back to him. But now, with rumors of a secret marriage and twins on the way, reality has hit hard. He doesn't have a chance. She's building a life with someone else, and it's serious. Instead of respecting her happiness, Chris is spiraling online, posting subliminals like, "Lilish still pisses me off to this day. I'm a prey on it." Fans immediately connected the dots and knew exactly who and what he was talking about. And if that wasn't enough, insiders claim Chris even reached out privately, offering to help raise the twins if Karrueche would take him back. That's not love, that's desperation. Fans react. Social media has been brutal. Fans are clowning Chris, saying he's acting like a man who can't stand to see his ex happy. Others are dragging him for being bold enough to shade anyone else's relationship when his own history is filled with violence and betrayal. Meanwhile, people are praising Karrueche for finally finding peace with someone who stood by her and loves her openly. Whether people like Dion's past or not, they can't deny that he and Karrueche have built something serious. The bigger picture. At the end of the day, this story isn't just about celebrity gossip. It's about obsession, control, and learning when to let go. Chris Brown has had over a decade to move on from Karrueche, but instead, he's clung to the past and let it eat at him. Now, as Karrueche steps into what might be the happiest chapter of her life, Chris is unraveling in public, proving to everyone that he never truly healed from losing her. The stage is set, the players are in motion, and the next chapter of this messy saga is guaranteed to be explosive. Because if Chris keeps spiraling like this, we could be looking at one of the ugliest celebrity feuds of the decade. So, the real question now is, will Chris finally let go, or is he about to crash out completely? And will Karrueche respond, or is she shutting the door on him forever? One thing's certain, this isn't over.